Hello everybody, my name is Liam Kicks. I'm a musician and photographer, and today I'm going to be talking about the film-like look in your digital photography. I have a bunch of film cameras and I like them very much. I usually take a few cameras on my vacations. One of them is a film camera and the second of them is an old digital camera. On my channel you can find a few videos explaining the old digicams which were equipped with CCD type sensor. This kind of sensor provides you with a film-like look and film-like colors. So lots of people choose them to kind of imitate film look in their photographs, as well as me. But today's video is going to be about a type of cameras which actually can barely provide you with that feeling, even though they are CCD cameras. And today's hero is Olympus TG-310, Olympus Tough. This form factor is actually the problem of this camera, and it wasn't supposed to replace or kind of imitate a film camera at the time it was released. This one in particular was released in 2011, and that was the time when the digital cameras were around for pretty long period. My personal opinion is that at the beginning of the era of digital cameras and CCD sensors, the companies were trying to imitate the film look because people were used to it. Film cameras reached the point where they could provide almost perfect picture quality and almost perfect features in them. So digital cameras had lots to compete with when they first arrived. And my personal opinion, again, that the production companies were trying to imitate film look as much as possible, given the advantages of digital photography to the consumer. But this type of cameras wasn't supposed to imitate or mimic the film look. They had a very different purpose. It's called tough because it is weather sealed, and as you can see, it is so small and it is so compact that you could actually fit it anywhere you like. It is also very lightweight. But don't expect to get a true film-like feeling to your photographs using some kind of these CCD cameras, because, and the most important of all, is they don't have a good lens. And I think it's a huge issue in terms of photography, because lens is probably the most important thing, speaking of cameras. This lens is not retractable, and even though it has a zoom, optical zoom, it is pretty dark. I mean, its low light capabilities are low, and the dynamic range of this camera is pretty poor. Lots of these cameras were equipped with a proprietary battery of this kind, which are very hard to find. A proprietary cable. These were the devices that were supposed to just give you a basic opportunity to capture a moment without giving you a feeling of creating a photography masterpiece. These were very utilitarian devices. There were many of them of this form factor, very slim ones, very lightweight ones, produced by many companies like Fujifilm, Sony, Olympus and so on. But if you are looking for a film feeling in your photography, you have to avoid these type of cameras. At the time it was released in 2011, it was a pretty good camera which didn't try to be a film camera, which didn't try to give you any kind of special feeling by using it. It was weather sealed and its purpose is truly utilitarian. So now let's take a look at few pictures taken on this camera to really understand what I'm talking about. as you can see, the pictures are pretty basic. There is nothing special about them. And I guess the main problem, as I said, is the lens. It's too small, it's too compact, and it really influences the picture quality. Yes, the color science is very close to other CCD cameras, but the dynamic range, and that's a very important factor, it is very low in this camera. So it seems to me that the dynamic range of this camera is even lower than the dynamic range of the actual film. So I don't think the camera of this size and this form factor, even though it's a CCD camera, can really provide you with the feeling you want. However, I'm gonna give you a few examples of the type of cameras and the main features you have to look for in the camera if you are trying to buy a used CCD one. The first and foremost, the Canon A series. They are equipped with regular batteries, which is very important because it's hard to find a proprietary battery nowadays for some camera models. It is also very light and very compact, but it has a retractable lens, and this provides you with good zoom capabilities as well as good color science and sharpness. The second camera I have is the Canon G series, and G series is much more advanced than the A series. It's much chunkier, as you can see. It also has a proprietary battery of this kind, but you still can find them online. However, it has a big retractable lens which has very good low light capabilities, and you will be fully satisfied with this one. It has a custom white balance. It has a wide dynamic range, which will really give you an opportunity to capture the moment as though it was captured on a film camera. One more camera I have in my collection is the Canon S5, which was kind of somewhere in the middle between the G class and the A series. This particular model, S5, provides you with a 12x optical zoom, and take a look, it also has a huge and very good lens, which is important. The lens is so important to the photography. It's much more important than the megapixel count. This has the most megapixels of all digicams I have, but it doesn't mean anything when we are talking about the lens. The lens is the most important thing in the camera. Again, it has 4 very regular AA batteries that could be replaced basically anywhere. And the color science, the dynamic range, the white balance, everything in these cameras fits the purpose of imitating the film. In conclusion, I would say that if you are trying to imitate a film look on your photography and you are trying to buy a second-hand CCD camera, please avoid these cameras like Olympus Tough. There are the same from Sony, Kodak, and basically all brands were producing these type of CCD cameras. They are not going to provide you with a great user experience, and probably you might get disappointed. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Liam Keks, musician and photographer, and if you liked my videos, please hit subscribe, hit like, and follow the links below to listen to my music, because I'm very proud of what I'm doing and I want to share this with you guys. Thank you for watching. See you again.